We are talking about genetic counselors' role in precision medicine. And genetic testing is a pillar of precision medicine. And it's expected that the market is going to exceed by $2 billion by 2024. And as we know, genetic testing really hits all areas of medicine, and there's a need to interpret all of these genetic testing results. Genetic counselors are at a very unique position to help fill this gap, but there's not enough of us. So we have to be very strategic how we're doing this. And to learn more about this, we're joined again by Ellen Matloff, who's going to dive into all these topics with us. For those that aren't familiar with Ellen Matloff, she is a genetic counselor and the president and CEO of My Gene Council. She's also the founder and former director of the Cancer Genetic Counseling Program at Yale School of Medicine. Ellen has authored more than 50 scientific publications in the field, is an established educator, lecturer, and media spokesperson. She's received national awards for her ongoing patient advocacy efforts. She is an outspoken patient advocacy in many areas, most notably as the plaintiff in the 2013 BRCA gene patent case that went before the Supreme Court. And this decision was very instrumental and has led to drastically lower prices of genetic testing. This makes it possible for more patients to afford this technology. And as genetic testing becomes more common and also more complex, she serves as the senior author on several publications documenting national errors in the misinterpretation of genetic testing results. From these experiences, Ellen created My Gene Council and its associated digital tools that can be used. So again, thank you so much, Ellen, for joining us on this webinar. We are really delighted to have you.
Well, thank you, Kira. Thanks for the great introduction. It's a pleasure to be here.
Definitely, yeah. So Ellen, let's start out. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you entered into the field of genetic counseling?
Sure, I'd love to. I, as an undergraduate, knew that I really liked biology, and then I took a genetics class and I loved genetics. But I really wasn't interested in taking a traditional path to become a physician. Both of my parents are physicians. I lived that lifestyle, and I knew that that wasn't quite what I was looking to do. And so a genetic counselor came and spoke to my class, and I was riveted by the conversation. And I went and spent a day with her in her job. And I liked it so much that my senior year in college, I spent the entire year doing an unpaid internship with that genetics team. And it really sealed it for me that genetic counseling was what I wanted to do.
And so then you developed My Gene Council after, again, having that experience of developing the Yale Cancer Program. Can you tell us about how that journey has been in developing your own company as a genetic counselor?
So my first job out of graduate school was actually a pediatric adult position in Syracuse, New York. And then I was recruited to start the program at Yale. And I led that program for 18 years. And in 2013, a series of things happened that made me realize that there was really an opportunity in the marketplace. Those things were Angelina Jolie, as you remember, came out and said that she was a BRCA1 carrier and had had both breasts removed preventatively. Our referrals at Yale increased that night by 40% and never again returned to baseline, leaving us with a 9-month non-urgent referral backload of cases.
That is so long, 9 months. I mean, that is a long time to be booking out.
And many other programs were booking out even further. We've talked to programs even in the last year that are so overwhelmed that they won't even take a patient who doesn't already have cancer, even with a significant family history, even with a mutation in the family. And they were only taking patients with a personal history of either breast or ovarian cancer. If you had colon cancer or pancreatic cancer or medullary thyroid cancer, they wouldn't take those patients at all. So this isn't just a problem that occurred in 2013. This is a common day problem that we're facing more and more as genetic testing is just exploding. And so in 2013, after Angelina Jolie, as you mentioned, there was the Supreme Court case. And once human gene patents came down and the cost of genetic testing was cut by 50%, we saw two things happening. people were flooding in for testing, but instead of just getting BRCA1 and 2, they were getting 30 genes. And so it was